I am speaking to you today from a Washington, D.C. that is trembling. You are seeing the reports. You are seeing the frantic chyrons on the news, Capitol erupts, emergency meetings, constitutional crisis. You are seeing the footage of frantic aides running through the hallways of the Rayburn building and the hushed, terrified huddles on the Senate floor. The atmosphere in this city is not just tense, it is explosive. And I am here to tell you that the panic you are sensing is justified. For months, we have warned you that the breakdown of the rule of law would not happen with a bang, but with a whimpera slow erosion of norms. But today, the erosion stopped and the earthquake began. Today, a federal Judge Gary Brown, the very man appointed by Donald Trump himself, didn't he just issue a ruling? He dropped a bomb on the Resolute desk. He didn't just hold the administration in contempt. He exposed the verdict they have been desperately trying to bury under redactions, executive privilege claims, and national security lies. This morning, Judge Brown unsealed a series of internal Department of Homeland Security memos that were submitted to his court in secret. The administration fought tooth and nail to keep these documents hidden. They claimed that releasing them would endanger national security. They claimed that the deliberative process protected them. Now we know why they were so afraid. The verdict exposes that the defiance of court orders we saw last week, the refusal to release Aaron Clark, the refusal to photograph the detention cells, the refusal to stop the deportation flights to El Salvador is not incompetence. It was not a bureaucratic mix-up. It was a direct written order from the White House to the Department of Homeland Security to disregard the judicial branch of the United States. Let me repeat that because it changes everything. We now have the receipts. We have the paper trail. The judge has exposed a directive signed by senior policy advisors deeply embedded in the West Wing, instructing federal agents to treat court orders as advisory opinions rather than binding law. This is why the Capitol has erupted. This is why emergency meetings are being called in the blistering cold of December, because every member of Congress, Republican and Democrat alike, just realized that their power has been nullified. If the president can order agencies to ignore the courts, then he can order them to ignore the laws Congress passes. We are no longer discussing immigration policy. We are no longer discussing border security. We are discussing whether the Constitution of the United States is still the supreme law of the land, or if it has been replaced by the whims of a unitary executive. In these emergency meetings, the conversation has shifted. It is no longer about oversight. It is about survival. I have spoken to colleagues who are terrified. They are asking